Hi, I'm Savannah Cabrera, and I'm an etymology student here at the University of Florida. And as a child, I was so passionate about this video game series called Pokemon. And in the world of Pokemon, there are these certain types of creatures called bug-type Pokemon. And as the name suggests, they were all inspired by real-life insects you can find in the wild. Now, one of my favorite bug-type Pokemon is a Pokemon called Trapinch. And the Trapinch family line is quite interesting because I have no idea what it was based off of. So in my curious research, I discovered this fantastic and interesting animal called the Antlion. So in this presentation, we're going to tell you all about this fantastic and interesting animal that inspired an equally fantastic and interesting Pokemon. I hope you enjoy.
Hi, my name's Neve Clancy, and the Neuroptera are divided into several families. Specifically, today we were talking about the Myrmilontidae family. More specifically, we'll be talking about the antlions, one of the greatest creatures on this planet. They have very vast adaptations that make them one of the greatest predators in this world, which is why their name, antlion, literally means ants, lions. They're also known, however, as doodlebugs. This is because at their larva stage, they wiggle around like little worms in the sand almost, creating these beautiful designs in the sand in the south of the United States. At the larva stage, these little insects resemble very small, about the size of your thumbnail, and they have big heads, small bodies, short legs, and are covered in brown and gray fur. After they go through complete metamorphosis, making them holometabolous animals, they become very similar to something that you would call a dragonfly, which is why they often resemble trapinches in Pokemon. However, they can be distinguished from the Odonata order by their clubbed antennae. It's also important to note that all Neuroptera have 4 wings. This is all for all the general information, and we look forward to teaching you more in the later sections.
Hi, I'm Bridget, and in this section we're going to talk about some of the fascinating adaptations that the antlion has to help it live its life. The most impressive adaptation that the antlion has is its ability to form sandpit traps. The larvae stage of the antlions build these sandpit traps in order to capture unsuspecting ants, which are their primary food source. So the antlions use their abdomen to dig out the soil to make their traps, and it makes a smooth sand at the top. So when they lie in wait for an ant to come down, the ant falls into the sand, and the antlion uses its long, sharp mandibles to impale the ant, capture it, and eat it. In some cases, like with fire ants, the fire ants can bite back at the antlion, and it causes the antlion to release its impaling grasp, and the ant will get away. But regardless of who wins, it's a fascinating thing to watch. Adult antlions have less intriguing adaptations, but they do use what we call cryptic coloration. Cryptic coloration is a camouflage strategy that uses colorful patterns in order to help it blend in with its environment. The adaptations that the antlion has are specific to their family and order, and really have a great place in our ecology and culture, which my partner is going to tell you about now.
Now, the most obvious ecological impact that the doodlebug has is through biological control of really pesky ant species. However, the less obvious and more interesting impact that the antlion has is through our own cultures. And in the classical novel, The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, Huck, the main character, had a doodlebug necklace pendant in the book. Now, in more modern pop culture times, the doodlebug was the main inspiration for the Sarlacc pit in the sci-fi movie series Star Wars. And one of my favorite examples is what I showed you in the introduction, which was the Pokemon Trapinch and its evolutionary line being inspired by the life cycle of the doodlebug and the antlion. So in conclusion, the antlion is a very fascinating, very dangerous creature, at least for ants, that has completely gripped our imagination for centuries. And this is the main inspiration for my favorite Pokemon and for the culture you can find everywhere. So thank you for watching our presentation.